Yes, good afternoon, officers. Time for today's short and cute video. We all know that 23rd August is celebrated as National Space Day. So recently, 23rd August, therefore National Space Day, therefore definitely one prelims question is guaranteed. So based on this, very important features are there. We all know about the success stories of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, and great achievements have been accomplished in the past few years. And India's space program in the global platform has increased heaps and bounds. And that is not the end of the story. We are looking at Arctic sector, we are looking at Antarctic sector, and we are looking in Mars mission, we are looking at Moon mission, we are looking at a lot of other things in space. And we are also at Ladakh, we have started an artificial way of how Mars exploration can be done. So beautiful programs have been started by ISRO. Not just ISRO, it's a connection with all the space agencies around the world, like NASA, and a lot of other organizations are involving itself with India, especially because Indian Space Organization is doing unimaginable projects with unimaginable cost. That means very low cost but very successful missions. So this great intelligence of our scientists has been appreciated on global platforms like crazy, and that gives access to a lot of natural resources outside in the huge world. Therefore, National Space Day is a very important day for the Indian government, for the Indian people, and it's a very proud moment for all the citizens of the country. So keeping that beautiful things in mind, what are the things we have to expect from UPSC angle is the most important point, because end of the day, exam matters. So keeping that in mind, 23rd August, National Space Day. Okay. So let's look at what are the important features of this. Each year, 23rd August commemorates Chandrayaan's 3 Vikram lander and Pragyan Rover soft landing in 2023. So that is a major reason. So it is the first nation, very important, to land near lunar South Pole. And it is the 4th country which landed there after United States, USSR and China. So these are the only 3 countries which are able to do it, and the 4th country with a very low cost, we have reached the South Pole. Therefore, it was declared by Prime Minister in 2023 as first observance in 2024. And why this lunar South Pole is very important? Because it is very rich in minerals and water resources. Therefore, South Pole is rich in water ice, critical for future moon colonies and fuel production. Therefore, this is the reason why it is very important. So keeping this in mind, Chandrayaan 3, we know it's a very successful program. People were all mind blown with the cost in which we have been successful. Therefore, that makes a beautiful sense. Next, Aryabhatta. Theme 2025, these are very important. Themes are very useful for your prelims. Themes, you must have a special focus on them. Themes 2025, very useful for prelims. Sometimes they give you match the following, and then they'll give you what are the themes for this year, what are the themes for this year, like that. Therefore, very important. And we know everything about Gaganyaan, most successful mission. So from Aryabhatta to Gaganyaan, ancient wisdom to infinite possibilities. And you know Aryabhatta, the creator of zero. And India's first satellite, 1975, was named after this great mathematician and space scientist. So Gaganyaan is India's Human Spaceflight Mission, we know that, and it is being planned from 2025-26, that's the year. And Aryabhatta was launched by Soviet rocket. The name of the rocket is Kaposin. The name of the place from which it was launched was Kaposin, which was in Russia. So marking India's entry into space. So this is historically very important. Therefore, prelims question, they will ask you from what place we have launched our first rocket, our satellite Aryabhatta, through which rocket, from which place. Therefore, very important for prelims. Therefore, in this we have 2 possibilities of prelims questions coming. So very important. Okay, next, moving on. Events and what are the announcements that made. National Meet 2.0, 22nd August, we have done it. Theme, leveraging space tech for Vikasit Bharat 2047. So prelims के लिए very important. So Bharatiya Antariksh Station, and we are talking about International Space also, Space Center. That is also very, very important. Main celebration at Bharatiya Mandapam. PM message was given, exhibitions, astronaut interactions, everything was done. So, Space Research Organization unveiled Bharatiya Antariksha Station model, which is very, very important for your prelims. First module launch is planned in 2028, full station completion by 2035. If successful, this Bharatiya Antariksha Station will make India only the third nation after US and China to operate its own space station. Therefore, very, very important, and very, very important because prelims and mains ke liye, just simple question. Discuss about the space program of India on a question age mains law. So we have to discuss right from the start, from 1975 till now. 50 years what we have done. We can have capture all the material informations, everything, and then show that on the global platform, India has done fantastic work. And clear ga happy ga choppachu. So these are all the major events and announcements that has been done. And next, what is education research? Now, because of this, what happens? This STEM programs, that is science, technology, engineering, as well as medicine. All these programs are going to increase crazily, and it will create a lot of interest among the youth to be prepared for this kind of beautiful works. Therefore, 14.8 million students of schools participated. NCRT, National Council of Education Research, India, a Rising Space Power. This module was added into this NCRT book. Therefore, very, very important. So that shows we are developing the future astronauts and astronomers also. So at Lucknow, Guwahati and Delhi, model making, planetarium shows and heritage exhibitions are being done. So very, very important for tourism also and space research. For both these things, we are doing beautiful work. So, and where is that Indira Gandhi Planetarium? It is in Lucknow. That is what you have to. So this at Lucknow we have planetarium. This is a planetarium. Okay. So the outreach scale is one of the largest science awareness programs globally in school students in a single day. Therefore, that is one of the beautiful things they have done on this day. So keeping that in mind, what are the key messages and impacts? PM Modi praised Moon and Mars missions, electric propulsion systems, new startups and cryogenic engines. That is the future. So, and we'll be discussing about Mangalyaan, that is Mars mission. So Science and Technology Minister, over 300 plus startups under InSpace, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center since 2020 is a very, very important point. And of course, we have to finally discuss about Mangalyaan mission, Mars orbiter mission, the cheapest but the best and successful mission that India has done, cheaper than Hollywood movie Gravity. So if you observe, we have done this program with less than 1/3 cost of what US and USSR and all these guys have done. And therefore, the whole world was shell shocked when we were successful with this Mangalyaan mission, the Mars mission. We all know this also. Therefore, keeping this in mind, these are all the key messages and the impacts of this particular beautiful, this one. And what is the analytical relevance of it? Education news, STEM, will grow aligned with national education policy in terms of culture and science. Education in youth, this is the impact. Culture and science, fusion of Aryabhatta's heritage with Gaganyaaan's human spaceflight, that is very important. Next, strategic policy in policy angle. Bharat Antariksh Station, long-term Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliance even in space technologies also, and public-private growth, startups driving motivation under in-space ecosystem. So these points are very, very important. Please try to understand. Why am I putting all these things on the slides? Is because I want you to revise them. Before the exam, it is difficult to collect all the books and do everything. Therefore, one video, one glance, it will make your work very, very easy. See, my work is to make your work very simple. And it should be remembered. Therefore, I'm asking you to just revise the videos, look at the points, underline points, star points, makes your work very easy because a video will stay for a longer time. That's the essence behind it. Next, space technology supports daily life from weather forecasts. And finally, we are doing UPI payments via satellite timing. That's the best part. So this is superb. Economically very, very important. That shows the strength of UPI models that we have. And that is the reason why every country is wanting our UPI models of Paytm, PhonePe, GPay and everything. So this is doing with respect to satellite timing. Therefore, it's superbly very important. So you have to keep this in mind. So all this analytical relevance in education field, in culture and science, strategic policy, public-private partnership, and space technology, and finally economy. how it is related to economic models. So this is the angle in which a UPSC student must think. Therefore, these every points are very important. The storyline is important for us to understand, but more than the storyline, these are more important for any student. So keeping that in mind, that is the whole thing for with respect to this beautiful day, that is National Space Day. So keep that in mind. Try to create your own mains as well as prelims questions. Majorly look at all the programs, Aryabhatta, achievements, Gaganyaan, Mangalyaan, as well as Mars Orbiter mission. Everything we have to keep it in mind because all these questions are very, very important for prelims point of view. So that's all for today. Shaman Padipola signing off. Bye-bye.